Hi Bravehearts, it is Akira from AkiraRobinson.com, and I thought that I would try vlogging today because I have been writing so much and I wanted to take a little bit of a break. And I thought that I would talk to you all today about an S word that has really impacted my life lately, and that word is self-care. And you might remember a couple of months ago, I was writing about feeling really depressed and overwhelmed and exhausted, and it was a really difficult time in my life, and I'm slowly feeling the fog lifting for myself, which is really exciting. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I started an antidepressant and I've been going to therapy regularly, and it's really been helping me. But one thing that came up for me a couple of months ago was when I was meeting with a friend of mine, and I met her at Whole Foods and I was just crying my eyes out, just explaining to her about some really difficult things I was going through. And I confessed to her that I couldn't even remember the last time I took a shower. That's how depressed I was feeling. I was just getting up and doing the bare minimum and going back to sleep. And she looked at me and she said, "You know, Akira, you really need to take care of yourself. You deserve a shower." And her words kind of just hit me like a truck. I was like, whoa, she's right. Like, I do deserve a shower, and I haven't really been taking very good care of myself lately. And you know, sometimes other people are able to take care of us and meet our needs in that way, but a lot of times we have to be willing to care for ourselves first and foremost before we ask other people to do it for us. And so with that in mind, I went home and I immediately opened up my journal and I made a long list of all the things that I like to do, the things that help me to feel cared for. And I wrote the list and I told myself, I said, "Akira, you need to start doing these things. You like doing these things. Why do you choose to sit on your couch and cry and sleep instead of doing some of these things? You always feel better after you do one of these things." And so with that in mind, I vowed that I would start incorporating more self-care in my life. Now, people ask me, they say, well, what is self-care? Because you talk about it a lot. And I like to view self-care as having an opportunity, giving yourself the opportunity to be your authentic self. It is time that you designate in your day where you're caring for yourself in a way that maybe you'd care for someone else. Instead, you're taking that time out and devoting it to yourself. You're focusing on yourself. I also think that self-care is more than just pleasure. I don't think of self-care as going out and eating Ben & Jerry's on the couch and getting a pedicure. Those things are fun and I enjoy them, but I don't always feel really invigorated after I do them. The same with watching lots of television or surfing Facebook. I enjoy doing those things from time to time, but typically when I'm doing those things, I'm actually trying to escape, I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to numb myself. I'm not really engaging with the world. I'm not really trying to invigorate myself or be my authentic self. So I actually view self-care as more so activities that we can engage in to really put ourselves first, things that make us feel alive, things that make us feel invigorated and excited about life, and honestly, things that after you finish doing them, they make you feel energized. So what I did was, I wanted to show you, I took my list from my journal and I decided to make a heart because I love hearts, as you guys know, and I wrote all of those things onto this heart. You see, I have things like practicing gratitude, reading, writing in my journal, dancing, Skyping with a friend, praying, yoga, and I put them on this heart, and I actually have this taped up on my front door. So I know every single day that I see this heart, and I'm reminding myself to do at least one of these things per day. I'm in a season of my life where, yeah, I work a lot, but I don't have kids, and I can actually devote an hour or so each day doing one of these things. So I challenge myself to do that in addition to taking a shower. So that, doing just this one thing a day and taking a look at it has really, really, really just changed the season of my life for me. Even when I don't feel like doing something, I have so many options of picking at least one thing that I have the energy to do. And I'll tell you, after each time that I do it, I always feel better. And a couple of weeks after I started doing this, I was telling my husband, I'm like, you need to start doing this. This is so amazing. So, since he likes to humor me, he made his heart, and he's a little more artistic than I am, so he actually drew pictures with his, which I thought was kind of nice. And then, since I'm also silly, we made one for our dog Walker. And Walker pretty much does all of these things every day. Running, walks with my parents, sniffing, stretching, barking, scratching, and licking. But we thought it was kind of cute, so we made it anyway. So, in short, I just wanted to really encourage you guys to think about how you're taking care of yourselves. If you are devoting time each day to yourself, focusing on you and your needs, or are you asking other people to do that for you? Because that's not always the healthiest thing to do, and honestly, people sometimes let us down. But if we are taking our own self-care into our own hands, we can ensure that we feel energized and we feel alive, and that we are a little bit more excited about being alive. And like I said, it's really honestly changed this season of life for me, and I think that it could really impact you guys as well. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Self-care has changed my life. I think it can change yours. I love you guys. I think you're awesome. Your hearts are so incredibly brave. So I hope, I pray that you believe it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.